Then we go to 13. Yeah, then we go to chapter 13. This chapter will be a little bit complicated. So this chapter we're still talking about the pulse, but we're talking about the pulse relationship with the color. So let's see what we're talking about here. So old book they use the words like descriptions. That means something mentions in Huangdi Neijing. We say Nan Jing gave a lot of explanations for Huangdi Neijing. So that just means something we talking about in Huangdi Neijing. So in Huangdi Neijing said, if we can see someone's face have some special color, thinking about the 5 elements. 5 elements, wood color or liver color belong to green or blue. Hard color or fair color will be red. And the spring's color will be yellow. And the long color will be white. And the kidney color will be black. So that's 5 elements, relationship with 5 organs, and then relationship like different colors. So we say if we see some people's face, some color in there, for example, we see some people's face is red color. We just give an example here. If we see some people red face in here, so we should feel the pulse matching with red color. What means pulse matching with red color? For example, we talked about before. If we separate the pulse with 5 levels, the heart level should be on the second one and should be strong in there. So if we see the face special color, but we didn't feel the pulse stronger in the heart, just means they couldn't matching. So that kind of situation, we still need to see. So what kind of pulse we feel? What kind of pulse we feel? If we feel the pulse like especially in the lung position and more strong in there, because that's the metal. Metal normally, oh sorry, it's not metal, it's the kidney. Yeah, if we feel the kidney pulse, means deeper in there. Normally, kidney will control the fat, or kidney control the heart. So if we see the face is red face, is a heart, but the pulse is the kidney pulse, or stronger in the deeper position, because kidney can usually control the heart. So these kind of conditions will be more severe condition. Patient may be dead. So because that's under the control condition. And another situations, if we feel the pulse still couldn't matching with the face color, but in generations circle, what means generation circle? Mother and son's relationship. The first mother is the wood. The first son is the earth. So that means the face is right, but we feel the pulse is belong to liver pulse or belong to earth pulse. So that kind of condition, it will be cured. And also they can cure it by itself. That's the meaning, ending by itself. So that means it's easily to treat it. So that's we say the face color and the pulse must be matching each other. And how we can like looking these signs and make our decisions. What means the color is the normal color? What means the sick color? And then we can decide it like the illness is easily to treat it or difficult to treat it. So that's basically in this page. Yeah, let it be complicated in this page. Yeah, let it be complicated in this page.
Can you actually explain one more time? It's quite complicated.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
other people understood.
Yeah, it is a
you.
complicated page here. Yeah, to see if we have some question here. So similar to say, patient's face will be matching with their pulse. If don't matching, if under control circle, the illness will be severe. If on the generation circle, the illness is not that severe, it's mild. That's simply to say it, yes. And then follow page, they give us some example, yeah. Maybe we go to example part, then we come back to see if we still have question in here. So then they talking about 5 zang organs. They will have their special color. And this color will show up on the face. Like we talking about the heart color will be red. And the spleen color will be yellow. So certainly we need to remember the color first. And the lungs color is white. And the kidney color will be black. And the liver color will be green or blue. or green blue, yeah, pretty close to green, kind of blue. So that's the normal face color, yeah, normal face color. And then we feel the pulse, 寸口, still the pulse in the west ear, should be matching, yeah, should be matching, that's the meaning, correspond, yeah. Will be matching with the color of the face. So that's generally speaking, still explanations, the first page here. The pulse and the face will be matching each other. Then still give us some explanations. So like before, we're talking about in different locations, we feel different organs pulse. Now we're talking about the different quality of the pulse. So what kind of pulse means the liver pulse? What kind of pulse means the heart pulse or spleen pulse or lung pulse or kidney pulse? So some explanation here. For example, we see green face, yeah, green face. So green face, green color is the liver color. Yeah, green color is the liver color. So the pulse should be vary. So still, right now, we still say vary pulse belong to liver. So that means matching. Yeah, that means matching. So if the, so that's basically matching here. And if the pulse, if the face, yeah, if the face is red color, yeah, separate situation, yeah, that's two separate situations, not the same situation. The first picture we're talking about the liver, face let it be green here, yeah, face let it be green here, and the pulse can be vary here. They just put a picture here. Yeah. So that means matching. That means matching. The second picture here, the face is red. Red color belong to heart. So heart kind of pulse, yeah, heart kind of pulse. A little bit difference right now we're talking about. So in Nanjing, it's talking about heart pulse should be in the superficial. And they talking about this person. So means it's not that tight. Yeah, it's not that tight on the superficial. Yeah, but kind of strong in there. Yeah, kind of strong in there. That's they say the superficial and the dispersed. Superficial strong. I think you just changing superficial strong easily understanding. They just directly translate from Chinese, but look like not make sense. Yeah, in the superficial and the strong, that's the hard pulse. So that's two examples here. Then talking about the third one, yeah, third one. If you see people yellow face, so the pulse should be in the center. Center have two meanings. strongly 寸关尺 location in the middle means in the 关 location. And also we're talking about superficial and deeper. So this picture is not truly matching here. They should be a little bit lower here. That means in the center, in the middle position. And relaxing means not faster, not slow, and strong. Generally say the pulse should be in the middle position and not faster, not slow. That's spin pulse normally. Then still separate here. White face. Yeah, white face. So the pulse still in the superficial, but rough and short. So that's compare with the hard pulse. Hard pulse in the superficial is stronger, smoothly moving there. But the long pulse still in the superficial, but moving is not that smoothly. So you can see the picture. They put like, it's not truly choppy pulse, but it's not moving that smoothly. And pretty superficial, yeah, pretty superficial. And the last one, so that's the long pulse here. That one is a kidney pulse. The face is black color. And the pulse, yeah, we say you can change all the vessels in the nose to the pulse. Should be in the deeper, softer, and smoothly moving there. So that's on the deeper location. That's the kidney pulse. So that's generally we say some example here. Okay, go ahead. Some question?
Jen, just curious, is all this green and the wiry, red, and then superficial dispersed, and yellow and this, and all this thing is like you have this pathological symptom in each organ, and therefore you have this complexion, and therefore you have this kind of.
Right now is the normal condition, or maybe have illness in that organ. Yeah, so that's normally patients face, we can say different people, different color in there. But basically, I think in your foundation, you talk about different persons. Some person belong to wood person. So their face will be little bit green, yeah. Some person belong to earth person. Their face will be little bit yellow, but not that severe kind of yellow or green there, yeah. Just a little bit, that's be normal, yeah, that's be normal. But when people sick or illness, truly, they are more yellow or more green compared with normal condition. So like we're talking about, I think when we're talking about the jaundice, we have two different kinds of jaundice. Like in jaundice, truly go to the spleen kind of difference in there. Yeah. So different color belong to different organ. Normally just slightly color in there. But when people getting sick, is more severe kind of different color in there. As give us some example here. So that's we say these meanings, these meanings, 5 color matching with 5 different kind of pulse. We say normal condition, they matching. Sick condition, they still matching. Pathology condition, they still should be matching. So not only the pulse, not only the pulse. Each of the 脏腑 organs, they need matching the sounds. They put a pinching here. Just means sounds, the different sounds. So in 5 elements part, we also have 5 different kind of sounds. They should matching, like people speak out. And they also matching for the face we're talking about already. And have different kind of smell. They still should be matching. And different tasty, they should be matching. And they will matching with the pulse. So inch and chi here just means the pulse in 寸口. So that's the same meaning when we talking about the 5 elements. They matching different organs, then we can list lots in there. We can list the sounds in there. We can list the color in there. We can list the pulse in there. And we also can list the smelling in there. We also can list the tasty in there. So we list a lot of things in there. So that means they should matching each other. That should be normally. That should be normally. If everything matching each other, that should be normally. If not matching, that means some illness happens. So that's basically we say 5 elements will matching each other, the stuff. Then they give us an example here. Still have 5 elements stuff. Then talking about what kind of condition, if they couldn't matching, is more severe condition. And what condition, if not severe. So generally say, if not matching, that's the illness. That's the illness. Then give us an example here. The face color is blue color. We say blue and green all belong to the liver. And then we felt pulse. We felt pulse. Superficial, rough, and short. That's the long pulse. Or maybe stronger and relaxed. So we can go back to see, like a stronger and relaxed is which pulse we're talking about before. Yes, stronger relax. Yes, spleen. Yeah. So that's basically, let's say, that's the liver issue here. Then we got the lung pulse here. And then we got spleen pulse here. Yeah, both these conditions is control circle. So control circle means the illness is more severe. So that's the example here. And another situation, if in the generation circle, so that's superficial, strong, and despair, that's the hard pulse. And if like smaller and smoothly in the deep level, it should be in the deep level. That's indicated. So that's kidney pulse. So both heart and kidney belong to generation circles. So generation circles means the illness not that severe. It's easy to treat. So that's just give us an example here to do some explanations to see if we have any question in this page. It's clear? Yeah, 5 elements sometimes make people confusing. Yeah, question? Yes, go ahead.
Just thought, could we have an example as if, for example, young jaundice?
Young jaundice.
Young jaundice, dump heat, liver, gallbladder. So some people can be treated, but some can die from this acute condition.
Okay, so jaundice certainly is the yellow color. So yellow color should be belong to the spleen. So then we feel the pulse. Yeah, then we feel the pulse. If the pulse is the liver pulse or kidney pulse, that means more severe. Yeah, more severe, difficult to treat. Liver pulse, we know that's very. Kidney pulse, we know that's deeper and softer and thinner. And if we feel the pulse is the hard pulse or metals pulse, that means lung pulse. So hard pulse in the superficial, stronger. Lung pulse is still in the superficial, but not as stronger as the hard pulse. So that kind of condition is easily to treat. So that's another example. Like we matching the pulse with the face colors. Yeah, we're looking the face color first, and then we feel the pulse to see what kind of pulse in there. This makes sense? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So still, Huangdi Neijing said, so we should know the relationship, like the color and the pulse and the relationship in here. So if you only know one of them, like the symptoms or signs, if you only know one of them, you just low level kind of worker, low level kind of worker, or low level kind of practitioner or doctor. If you know two of them, like you know the relationship each other, diagnosis and signs, you the middle kind of practitioner or doctor. If you know like three of them, you are the super doctor or practitioner. So they just give an example. They use 1, 2, 3 here. Nothing special, just 1, 2, 3. In other means, if you know the relationship, like the pulse and the face and the relationship with the organs functions, you'll be a good doctor. If you only see one sense, you are not connected or thinking about other sense. You are not connected other sense, like thinking about the whole picture, make a diagnosis. You are the infant or low level kind of doctors. So just give an example. It's not truly 1, 2, 3 here. Yeah, just means when we make a diagnosis, we need to see the whole picture. We say for TCM, we have inspection, smelling, hearing, and ask questions, and feel pulse. We are not truly only like by the face color make a diagnosis, or only by the pulse make a diagnosis. We need to put everything together. Then you'll be good doctor. You are not only simply with one symptoms or signs make diagnosis. And certainly, super doctors is easily can cure it for the patients. So they talking about they can cure it. Nine, like they treat 10 patients, they can cure it 9. That's a super doctor. Middle doctors, they can cure it 8. And the lower doctors, infant doctors, they can cure it 6 doing it. So that's still give us an example here. It's not truly calculated, but kind of percentage in there. If you got like correctly diagnosis, and you're also thinking about all the 脏腑 organ relationship in there, you'll be super doctor. You can cure it most of your patients. So that's basically in these chapters.